Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my Saggy Fire family. How are you, friends? Thanks for showing up here. We got a couple of decks here that we're going to use to get the overall energy for the week ahead on the table, and then we're going to throw some tarot on it to get some details about those energies. This is the Journey Soul's Journey Oracle, something like that, and then we have the Kipper as well. And then I do have a pardon me, a new deck that I'm going to show you, and we'll clarify with that. So how are you, Sag? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for stopping in here. And if you are brand new, welcome. If you would like to stay, there is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner of this little box where I live. Welcome to the shenanigans. And if you're coming back here, because you always come back here, Sag, you're giving Taurus a run for their money. What's going on? We got so many views coming in from Sag. It's so wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. All right. Your readings have been really exciting lately. Let's find out what's going on. I feel like there's like some sort of really big breakthrough. That's what I'm feeling like. There's something that is going to be changing here for you, Sag. Some sort of really big breakthrough that's coming in the week ahead here. So I'm always reading for the week ahead, whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year. Let's find out what's going on for Sagittarius. All right. Look, you're going to have courage about something here. It says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I think that whatever's about to go down here is about to scare you just a little. Or maybe you're sort of on edge right now thinking that something is coming, or you feel something in the distance here. We've got gratitude. It says, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Look, this is 100% what is going to bring in things that you want in terms of a manifestation. It's got to be gratitude. It can't be what can I have in the future? What's going on out there? It can't be that. It's got to be the present moment and being in gratitude. So Sag, good job. I feel like you've really been in the present moment in gratitude here. Thankful for the opportunities it presents. That's really lovely. Okay, one more card. We'll get to the Kipper. We've got perseverance. So you've persevered in something here. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. There's a lot of violet colors here. It feels like there is a third eye chakra that has been opening. There's green here. Feels like the heart chakra might be opening. And it feels like you should be speaking your gratitude out verbally. I'm going to say, I do it all the time, and my kid sometimes thinks I'm crazy, but I walk around saying thanks for this and thanks for that, and if you could bring me this, I would be lovely. And I'm always saying it out loud as I'm doing my dishes and whatever I'm doing around the house, dusting. So I feel like gratitude needs to be spoken aloud. I've got self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. All right. I feel like you do have these gifts, my friend. We all know that you're kind of psychic. All right. Let's talk about courage. Tell me about courage for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Something's going down here. And you need to be a little bit courageous. You need to whip out your courage, Sag. Tell me about Sagittarius. We've got something going down at the courthouse. Now, the courthouse can mean a few things, right? It can mean that there is something legal that is going on right now that's making you feel in a little bit of lack. That could be for some of you. And the courthouse is card number 23, which is a 5. It could be something legal that you're waiting on to be said in your favor. Maybe you're like waiting on some sort of maybe you're suing somebody or someone's suing you. Like it feels like that. So it could be that we're talking about, but the courthouse is also the place where you get married. So it could be something like that as well. So whatever you're feeling, I feel is something that the courthouse is law and law is justice. So maybe it's going to bring balance to your life. Tell me about gratitude. We've got the Lovers. So I'm thankful for this life and for the opportunities that it presents. I feel like you're going to be presented with an opportunity to get into a very deep, deep soulmate connection. I want to say that like it's card number 15, and I feel that's a little bit of fear. Is if there's fear that comes along with that. Card number 15 breaks down to a 6, and that is the Lovers, right? Which is very interesting. But I feel like this is a love that has, I want to say, like, I'm looking at all the ivy here, right? And ivy grows on things, like, you know, you look in like Scotland and Ireland and it's castles and ivy grows up the castles. Like, you know, it's like something that you know that it's been there for a really long time if ivy's growing on it. So it feels like this is either like last life connection, or it feels like maybe somebody who's a divine, like a past divine connection from another time or another life. And so it feels like it's been ongoing. Yeah. And it feels like it's an old love. Like it feels like it's like I'm talking like 1800s. You know what I mean? Like it feels like it's something that's followed you through the ages here, Sag. Tell me about perseverance. Yeah, it feels like a divine counterpart kind of energy. Tell me about perseverance. We've got change, and that's the hard part of it, right? So it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And so I feel like what you need to start setting your mind to is change. It feels like whatever is coming, whatever you feel, for some of you, maybe it's just that you feel that change is coming. And that's what is sort of the big thing that's in the distance. For some of you, it's going to be love. Look, this is a general reading, and not all of you are at the same place in your life doing the same thing at the same time. And that's why it's never going to resonate with all of you. So pick your story and go with it. We have the courthouse, right? For some of you, this is something that's an answer that's coming down that's going to make a difference in your life. So regardless, I feel like you're supposed to speak your gratitude into the universe verbally and have some courage. We do have the wealthy man here. So I feel like there might be a new beginning. Look, it's card 13, which is the death card in the tarot, card number 13. And so it feels like something new might begin with the wealthy man. Whether this is feminine or masculine energy, we don't know, but something new might happen with the wealthy man. Okay. Let's talk more about this. Let's get some tarot on it. I got a new-ish deck, I'm going to say. It's a Rider-Waite, but it's one of these reflective ones, which I think is super cool. Got it from my friend Pete from Paranormal Pete on Etsy. My friend, he's got a shop there. And so he just gave these to me. I didn't buy them. Okay. A beautiful gift. Let's find out what's going down. Oh, he gave me that little scrying mirror too, which is kind of cool. Tell me what's going down for Sagittarius, please. Tell me about this courage. What's going on with this courage for Sag? Tell me what's going down for Sag and this courage, please. We have the Four of Pentacles. So I'm going to say the courage to hold back or keep to yourself or not say anything until the actual words have been spoken, until the decision comes down. So this could be a courthouse decision. It could be a decision that someone is making about you. But it feels like it is going to change everything. Tell me about gratitude. We've got the Fool. I kind of like that. Look, there's some sort of a leap of faith. It's something that's exciting, Sag. So some of you are feeling something really exciting is showing up here, and it feels as though you're ready for it. I want to say, I think that you've been on the edge of this cliff waiting for something to show up so you can take a leap of faith. I think you've been waiting for it. And for some of you, that leap of faith might be straight into a relationship. Tell me about perseverance, please. We've got the Three of Pentacles. So perseverance says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So I feel like it's like you're building some sort of a spiritual foundation is what it feels like. And that in itself, it feels like it's what is going to change you. We've got card number 9, and that's the number of the Hermit for me, right? So that's in tarot, card number 9 is the Hermit. And so I feel like your spiritual self is about to change everything because you've been persevering. So that means that you've been regularly meditating, regularly practicing self-care. You've been taking care of yourself in a hermit sort of energy, which is like the self-audit. You're no longer pointing out there and saying, you can't, it's your fault that this is happening to me. It's because of you. You're now looking inward, right? And so I feel like others are sort of watching you or looking on, I want to say, watching you build this brand new foundation of change for yourself. And it feels like you've been really consistent with your efforts. So I think that something is about to come from those efforts. So we've got the Four of Pentacles, which brings up the Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here, please? For some of you, it could be this courthouse is It's got an Ace of Cups here. It could be, definitely could be love. Maybe somebody here is about to settle down with somebody here with the King of Pentacles. And then we have the 8 of Cups. So I want to say that somebody here is about to, for some of you, you could be removing yourself from a relationship, but it also feels like with the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups that somebody could be entering into some sort of settled relationship. It feels like whatever goes on, I feel like somebody here is feeling a little bit apprehensive about it, that it's going to work out that the way that they want it to. Maybe you're keeping it under wraps, right? The Four of Pentacles can be that, right? Because the person who is in the Four of Pentacles is miserly with their time, their energy. And so maybe you're just keeping it under wraps. Maybe there's a couple people who are just going to get married at the courthouse. Could be that. And just call it a day. 8 of Pentacles, detachment. It's a little bit of detachment and not settling for something. So I feel like somebody wandered off to look for the 2 cups. And for those of you who are going to be at the courthouse getting married, I feel like you have actually found what you wanted. I don't know what you're going to tell anybody, though. It feels like you're just going to keep it to yourself for now. Tell me about this courthouse, though. I want more information on the courthouse. We've got the 8 of Cups. We've got the Knight of Wands, and we have the King of Wands. Look, this isn't this. I don't think this is anything bad. It doesn't feel like it is. It feels like it's pretty passionate, very exciting. Somebody's taking control of the situation and is running off to the courthouse with the Knight of Wands here. And then we have the 9 of Cups. It's wish fulfillment and everything is in alignment. So it does feel like somebody, maybe the 8 of Cups is telling me, I don't really care what anybody else says. I'm just going to detach from that. And the King of Pentacles, I'm going to be really practical. I'm going to do this slowly. I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to do it quietly. And if everybody is not in agreement with that, then that's not a you problem, Sag. That's a them problem. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. We've got the Chariot. We've got the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. So it does feel like somebody here is ready to date, ready to take a jump into a relationship, ready to take some sort of a leap of faith. The Chariot is like a bold push forward, like we're going really fast. It's really quick energy in the tarot, right? The quickest, in fact. And so it feels like somebody here feels like they've come to a place of balance. I'm balanced enough to get in the Chariot and push forward really quickly here. Got the Light Horse and the Dark Horse here, and that tells me that you're in a balanced energy. And what I mean by that is that you've dropped your burdens. You're no longer hanging on to things from the past. You're no longer carrying things with you, and therefore it feels like it leaves you open for something that you want, right? So you're no longer carrying other people's burdens. You're no longer in this cumbersome energy. And the 10 of Pentacles is about legacy, longevity. So what it is, though, I think that you've decided that you're not just going to rush into anything. I feel like your energy is steady, and I think that you know what you want, and you're only going to go for what you want, because I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles, it's really a whole different game at the 10 of Pentacles. It's not dating. You're not swiping left and right. If you're swiping left and right, I mean, go for it, but you're not going to find 1 out of 1,000, or maybe even less than that, you're going to find are going to be a long-term relationship. So it feels like somebody here really wants longevity, something that's really valuable, something we can carry into the future. I don't just want to date somebody. I'm looking for somebody who's going to be in it with me for a really long time. And so I feel like the 10 of Pentacles and the Lovers is telling me that that's what you're looking for. So I think that what you're doing is you're dropping these burdens. It feels like the 10 of Wands is giving the energy to the Chariot of, I'm no longer going to be rushing into things. I'm no longer going to be rushing forward. But I am willing to take a leap of faith if I do find the right person that matches me. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles, please, and the change that's coming. There could be a change in your friend group. I'm just going to say, it could be a change in your friend group, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles, or your network, or possibly at work. Maybe someone will be hired newly, or maybe someone is leaving. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles. It's mostly about partnerships, though. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Swords. So it feels like you are releasing things. Remember I said that you're in the Hermit energy here. So it feels like you are coming to terms with some things, Sag, releasing things that you don't need. And you've been working super hard on that. It feels like you're ready for investment now. You're ready to invest in maybe going slow. And the Three of Pentacles can be a friend or a friend of a friend or someone you meet in a social group or a network, but also somebody who is like in collaboration and cooperation with you. So I feel like those are sort of the terms by which you are looking for somebody new, that you're willing to change at any time, because now that you know how to do that, since you've been in the Hermit energy for a while, it feels like you're ready to work really hard on something. And I feel like you sort of eliminate this Ten of Swords. Once you release it, you eliminate it, because now you're really moving slowly towards a goal. The Ace of Pentacles tells me you're ready to invest, though. So you are looking for the real thing, the thing that is real, tangible in the 3D. Feels like you are looking for change in relationships here. I think for some of you, you're going to get it. Tell me about this change. In the change, we have the Five of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Two of Swords. So yeah, I think you're going to reserve yourself, honestly. It feels like you're going to reserve, you're going to not easily make a decision about your emotions. I feel like you're going to do it head over heart at first because of the Two of Swords that is here. There's water in the background and the eyes are covered because I want to feel it out of which way I want to go. I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to make an intellectual decision about a heart-spaced thing. So it feels like with the Ace of Swords, it's like it's going to have to come in as an aha moment or a moment of clarity, or feel like I'm getting some sort of a download, or it's a no-go. Five of Wands. It's a no-go if that's what it's going to do, because I'm not going through this painful ending stuff ever again. That's what it feels like, Sag. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have, oh, the Hermit came up. There we go. We're talking about the Hermit, right? So it does feel like somebody here is kind of scared to come out of Hermit energy, or is maybe stuck there for a little bit here, and comes out with some boundaries, which I kind of love. Comes out with some boundaries with the Seven of Wands here. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of healing that's going on. It's changed your mind into this place of, if I can find the right person, like if I could find an Emperor. Yeah, look here, we got the Tower, the Emperor, and Judgment, and the Justice card. So it feels like if you can find the right person, if you can find, you know, someone who's sturdy and stable and serious and moves slow and will pursue. I feel like the Tower shows you, it gives you some sort of a realization or a shift that this is your person, and you get your justice. But I think that it's really important that you do put up your boundaries here, and then you don't have to spend so much time in the Eight of Swords wondering what's going on. If you've got the boundaries and you set the boundaries, then you don't really have to worry about it too much. I feel like you're finding these boundaries in this Hermit energy, though. I feel like that's what it is. You're setting your boundaries in Hermit energy because you've done some healing. So look, I don't think you're running into the Ten of Swords anymore. I don't think that you are, because I feel like you've done way too much work on yourself, Eight of Pentacles, for you to be able to have to endure the Eight of Swords again. Now you've realized that when I set up boundaries, promises to myself, now I can just let everybody wander around outside the boundaries and let in the ones that I want. The ones that I've really looked over. There's a Three of Swords here, so I feel like somebody here is worried that they're going to get their heart broken. It's always a chance, my friend. That's why you always need an exit plan, right? I'm not going to hate on myself if it doesn't work. I have an exit plan. All right, I'm going to leave that here for you, Sag. I hope that made sense to you. I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back, because I'm always back. You guys take care, and I'm out. Take care. Bye-bye.